Welcome to Andreas VII, or Andreas? I'm gonna say Andreas, sounds more appropriate pronunciation-wise. Andreas VII. It looked like a really interesting game, and I'll read the game store page, hang on. Andreas by Unseconds. Andreas VII is a puzzle-centered talking sim. Complete tasks, converse with the ground control, and lose your sense of self as you travel further in space. It was an interesting game, so you had to take my word for it. I'd say it's comparable to Yames in the... what series? Gotta make sure people at least know what I'm talking about, because if I say Yames, some people may be like, what's a Yames? Is it like Yam? Yames is the one that developed Discover My Body and Discover Our Bodies, Water Womb World, and The Well. Discover Our Bodies is not yet released, but I have played Discover My Body, Water Womb World, and The Well. But otherwise, it reminded me a lot about that. So with that said, I hope people then be like, oh hey, cool, that sounds awesome, I'll stick around. So, it is entirely unknown what is beyond the cosmos. We'd be foolish to guess, as we are so small in the magnitude of this universe, but of course, mankind is nothing but hubristic. So time and time again we shoot further and further into the sky. 377, 349, 399,806, 400,171, reaching our hands into the darkness for a glimpse of something much larger than ourselves. Until sooner or later our wings drip wax onto our backs and burn up in the atmosphere, taking us and our hopeless ambitions with them. T-minus 30 seconds and counting, all systems are go. Switching to internal power, vehicle is now running off onboard fuel cells. We have a go for auto-sequence start on board, computers have primary control of all the vehicle's critical functions, T-minus 17 seconds and counting. The cosmos is my sun, and I will drown in the stars, but I am alright with that. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, main engine start. There's nothing standing between me and the endless macrocosm above. 3, 2, 1, booster ignition and liftoff. I must be prepared for all outcomes. Oh yeah. There she goes, looking good. 7 off and running, confirming the skirt SEP. You're in mode 2 in the cockpit now. Thank you. The cockpit now. Like, it's like... I wasn't trained for this. Wonderful. This is Andreas VII. Thank you, ground control. There's just so many buttons and graphs. And Jesus. Welcome to space, Captain. From here on out, it's nothing but starry skies and endless space. This will be your holy grail for every button, screen, and dial you see in front of you. Scary. Mechanics. This is a puzzle game with tasks that you as the astronaut will need to solve complete in order to progress. Tasks are found in their corresponding tabs. Click them to open and press the X in the corner to close. Tabs can be dragged across the screen to organize, and multiple tabs can be opened at once. Some puzzles may require you to bring information from one tab to another. Try thinking of your tabs as tools rather than just pages. The manual has individual sections on each task to guide you through. Turn the page at the top right corner. Try clicking and dragging things to see what works. It's like point and click games, or sometimes combining things, or like maybe even Resident Evil. Resident Evil's combining more or less would be inspired by point and click games as well, I would say. Or just like you get like, you know, a gold ring but with a gem slot, and then you put a gem in the gem slot and then you get a ring. That, but more convoluted. Try clicking and dragging things to see what works. Puzzles may combine multiple tabs. Puzzles, try everything you can think of to see what works. When a puzzle task is complete, an error fixed or a value calculated, drag it to the ground. Wait. Fixed or value calculated. Drag it to the ground control phone to report back. You can also click on the phone again to call ground control for a refresher on what was previously said. Sometimes you'll need to call ground control to tell them you have completed the puzzle, so it can be a good thing to do if you're stuck. Command module. Topmost module of the ship contains the flight module and is where the captain will spend the majority of their time where you are now. I'm trying to look around, but maybe it's just being covered by one of the buttons. Whatever. Hatch. A gateway allowing entry and exit from the Andreas VII when the ship is stationary. How many more pages is there? I can go back, right? Okay. Oh no. There's not too much left, though. Hatch, gateway, Okay. In the ship's relative height above the Earth. Lunar module, bottommost module of the ship, deployed for planetary landing. Service module, middle module of the ship, accesses the mechanical and electrical components of the ship. Radar, scans the surrounding area for any incoming hazards. Trajectory, the path that the ship is traveling. Solid rocket boosters, or the SRBs, the additional fuel cells for the ship used to manage propulsion and the ship's electricity. The attitude, roll, pitch, and yaw. Or I thought it was like saying, I thought it was meant to say altitude. Is it meant to be altitude? It says attitude. It confuses me. The ship's giving me attitude? I don't know, man. The orientation of the ship on the 3-axis. Velocity and... here's altitude. Okay, never mind. Rate at which the ship is traveling. Distance traveled. I mean, we have gone 41,000 now. The total number of kilometers the ship has traveled since launch. The vitals monitor. I'm 60 degrees. I'm doing okay. Blood pressure, temperature, blood oxygen rate, measures your internal, then the other one's trajectory, calculated using their values, velocity, angle of launch. And initial height. These numbers are plugged into this formula and can be represented on this graph. Oh boy. Trajectory equals... what? Trajectory. Wait. So at least it gives me the calculations. I don't think I need it. Can I close this? I assumed I could close it. There's no X though. I'll just tuck it there. Wait. Wait. Okay. Distance travel. Trajectory. Computers will calculate the trajectory for you if you drag and drop the values from the 3 modules of the Andreas. Wait. What? Wait. From. Computers calculate the trajectory for you if you drag and drop the values from... I'm missing a page, I think. Because now it's a new category. God damn it. The 3 modules of the Andreas VII are pressurized using oxygen and nitrogen to simulate the Earth's. Your job is to maintain this ratio by adjusting the gas levels. It's meant to be 1868 at all times. Use the valves above each tank to release the gases until the pressure reads between 14.4 and 14A. Everything makes sense. No! Affirmative. Perfect. To begin with, oh hey look, out your left cockpit window, you should be able to see Earth from up there. Indeed I can, ground control. How should you look from up there, Captain? Beautiful. It appears so small from this vantage. Haha, that never ceases to amaze me. You must feel like a god. No. Far from it. Oh, you feel small too, then. I just don't do a comparison. It's a fucking planet. Inquire into the relevance between this and the mission? Sorry, of course, where was I? To do with, could you do me a favor and check your trajectory? Hey, get out of here, man. I'm busy being a spaceman. Could you do me a favor and check your trajectory? Sure. It's, these numbers. Of course, checking now. Am I supposed to put them somewhere? So, like, the first thing I'm meant to do is shows here. Computers will calculate trajectory for you if you drag and drop the values from... I don't think they mean pressurization. If I drag and drop from whatever is in the pressure. But... maybe? It's weird how I click that and it's like a wooden door. That's kind of weird. But we're still traveling even as I'm stalling. This is weird. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Maybe this will help. There we go. Ooh, okay. Got it. I had to open up the manual and use that. 42.6. Beautiful. That's what I like to hear. Now that we know the things on the outside are all right, we can then start checking on the inside. Could you report back on what the current cabin pressure is in the command module? We're aiming for about 14.6. I wish there was an X for this button. There it goes. There should be an X on the top left of that, but it's just not there. But it's there. Like if I click on the top left, it goes away. But there's no X, right here. It's weird. But pressure. Not that. Where was the pressure again? Pressure. There you are. Wait, that's cabin pressure has a reading of around 13.9. Is this within acceptable range? It's not even as close as we'd like. Let's pressurize the module just a tad. Somewhere between 14.4 and 14.8 will be fine. Okay, stop ringing, please. Thank God. Okay, so I need to balance the pressure. Booklet. We need the booklet probably. Book. No, come on, keep going. Pressure. Pressurization. Using oxygen to simulate, your job is to maintain this ratio by adjusting the gas levels. Huh? There we go. No, we need less oxygen. We need more nitrogen! What was it, 13.6? I think it was around there. I think that's good. Or was it something else? What was it again? 14 point... Okay, so 14.6. Okay. Okay, the command module cabin pressure now reads 14.65. Much better. How are you feeling, Seven? This is a big moment for you. This is momentous, there's no doubt. I feel good. I'm enthusiastic about where this journey will lead me. Well, hopefully it'll lead to space. Haha. I hope so too. Does everything seem optimal on your end? Actually, it's good that you should mention that. I'd like to check your velocity for me. Gotta make sure we are keeping safety in orbit. Velocity now, huh? Let's see, what? Velocity. Okay, let's just check velocity itself then. No, not that. This one? Velocity. How do I do velocity? I didn't even have to put in any info, I just had to click and drag it to the phone. Velocity is currently reading at 27,700 kilometers per hour. I don't love that. Something's not quite right. Can you take a look around to see what might be going wrong? I mean, the fact that it says no fuel, maybe? Maybe? Oh, the propellant. That makes sense. Can't go running on an empty tank. Best to switch to a secondary tank before it runs dry, then give me your new velocity. Get out of here. This one? Velocity increasing. Andreas VII is now stabilizing at... That makes me much happier to hear. Can't be falling out of orbit now. Everything alright with you? I'm fine. Better now knowing that I'm safe and being watched over. Well, I'm glad you feel taken care of. The journey isn't something to take lightly. You're almost 35,000 kilometers above the Earth right now, after all. Absolutely, I would not be here if it were not serious. I'm in good hands. No doubt about that, Captain. So what made you come into space? Must have been something big to make you go through all this for a personal venture. Oh, nothing much. It was just a personal goal of mine, that's all. If you say so. There must be a bigger reason than that. I'll get it out of you sooner or later. Anywho, would you mind checking the altitude for me? Give me those 3 values you're looking for: the roll, pitch, and yaw. The altitude. I probably need the manual for this. Oh, wait, what? I don't remember seeing this. Wait, what? Did I just not go back this far? I've never seen this in notes before. Wait, what? Wait. Well, okay, I guess I'll just put them in there. Oh, the booklet. Oh. Okay, altitude. U, then manual. Drag this here. Bonk. No, bonk. Change numbers for me, please. That's still a roll. Ah. The pitch. There we go. Okay. There we go. Roll. Blah 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 blah. Wonderful. You're coming in very weakly. 7. Everything all right with communications on your end? Come in, ground control. Are you receiving? 7, I'll read you. You're coming through much clearer now, thank goodness. I'm glad to hear that. You're also coming through clearly on this end. That's good to hear. Don't know what happened there. As long as you can hear me, how's the altitude? I'll check for you now. Didn't I already do that? Altitude? I swear I did. Let's see. The altitude is that one. So... There we go. Approximately 185.7 kilometers above Earth. Ground control. That's perfect, 7. Right in the elliptical orbit. I'm happy to hear that. If you're happy, I'm happy, 7. Though, admittedly, I'd be even happier if you'd open up a little and tell me more about why you came all the way out here. I suppose you could say I felt that I had a purpose of sorts, as though space travel was my calling. Well, that's fair enough, I suppose. Everyone's got some sort of calling in life. It's great that yours was so grand. Is there something in particular you're hoping to achieve? It's hard to explain. Personal. Oh, I see. Hold on, 7. I'm getting something weird, some weird readings on my end. Is everything alright with you? Nothing immediately appears wrong. What are the readings? Ground control, do you copy? Wait. Two hands? Wait. Okay, the left one's my real hand. Nothing immediately appears to be wrong. What are the readings? Ground control? Oh god. Wait, they're both real? What are the readings? What do you want? My health? Do you want my health? Door? Why do I have 2 mouses? Why do I have 2? Maybe it's part of the game. I don't know. Sometimes when you play indie horror games, you know, you don't know sometimes what's it's like when you play a Bethesda game. You don't know if it's intentional or if it's just Bethesda being Bethesda. Similar with indie games, because, you know, it's indie game, it's like one person doing a lot of the work. You can never really be too sure. So let me try to find out what they want. Wait. Wait, I can rotate these? What? Wait, no, wait, normal? Normal. Maybe I can just get both of them online? And maybe both of them normal? Like, you can go from fuel low to fuel no- what the fuck? Maybe if I could just... get both of them online, maybe? Yeah, if a cell is out of fuel, drag the point from the center to adjust the fuel tank levels. There are also 2 buttons controlling the power for each tank. These should never go offline during your flight. Okay. So I am meant to flip them. And they should remain online. I don't get it though. Am I meant to... Oh, wait. What? Space tentacles? Come in, ground control. This is Andreas. Are you receiving? I'm not totally certain what something as numbers are, and I can't tell if it's on the left or the right. Ground control, this is Andreas VII. Do you copy? Thank God, 7. This is ground control. We copy. Well, I mean, I copy, but, you know, what's going on? Everything is under control once again. The left solid rocket booster had gone offline. Luckily, a simple reboot was all required to start back up again. It went offline. Christ, how the hell did that happen? I mean, now fuel's still low. I mean, it's been off for the longest time, and I just finally saw I could rotate the... I don't get how that makes any sense, but I'm not going to question it. How did that happen? I'm unsure. I'm thankful that everything is alright once again. If it's alright, but it's not perfect, I have no idea why the SRBs would have done that, and we've never had communication to be this flaky in training. Errors aside, we must be grateful that the issues were easily fixed and not fatal. We have luck on our side. No doubt about that, 7. You must have a guardian angel. Perhaps I do. It would be nice. Wouldn't it just? Well, whoever it is, you can thank them later. Right now we have to keep a damn close eye on the ship. Alright, we're a bit behind on schedule. I'm thinking we should initiate an OMS thrusting period to get us back to speed. What do you think, 7? I think that makes logical sense. I'm glad you agree. I'll go ahead and remotely fire up the OMS engines and the RCS pods. Beautiful, beautiful. We'll keep it going for a few more seconds until we reach where we should have been by now on the flight plan. And perfect. Alrighty, that's much better. I feel like I can breathe again. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you're glad, 7. Feels good to be appreciated. You are invaluable to this mission, ground control. I suppose I am. So are you enjoying space so far? I mean, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is on the right side of my cockpit, but you know. Worms that make different shapes. It's hard to say, really. It's both exactly what I thought it'd be and also nothing like what I imagined. It's hard to truly judge it when I am only so far into my journey. That's fair enough. Can you see anything interesting out of your windows? I imagine that the Earth is pretty small right now. Is the moon in your periphery? There's very little to be seen at the moment. There are a multitude of stars in front of me, and the broad, spanning curve of Mother Earth behind me. Incredible. How does that make you feel? I believe it's a feeling unlike any other, at least any feeling that I have had the honor of experiencing. Have you ever been to space ground control? No, I have not. Unfortunately, life did not have space travel in plan for me. I won't pretend like I am not a bit upset about it, but it is nice to be able to play a part in others being able to do what I never could. I'm sorry that he did not have your dreams in your plan. While it may be disappointing, our lives each have individual purposes. Your purpose was to aid others, and you are irreplaceable because of this. Thank you, 7. It is nice to hear that. You know, it gets so easy to remind yourself of how you failed, or at least failed in your own eyes. I'm sure other people might consider my career a success, but it's always easier for someone else to say that. Yes, you're absolutely right. For a long time I felt the same way. Felt that perhaps I did not have a grand and meaningful purpose. But with time and dedication I found my path, and it seems you have too. I sure hope this is my purpose. I don't know. Is this mission a part of your purpose? Indeed it is. A very big part, in fact. You asked me earlier how this makes me feel. Well, I feel so incredibly, unbelievably large, and yet so extraordinarily, devastatingly small. We, as human beings, are infinitesimal in the grand macrocosm of this existence. Are you familiar with Sergal's pale blue dot ground control? Yes, I am. It's the whole thing of looking at the Earth from far away and realizing that we're nothing compared to the universe, right? I think I remember it being mentioned in my first year of university when they tried to get the new students excited with these big ideas so they don't drop out in the first semester, you know? That's exactly it. We are so small. Is it Sagan? Sagan was very close to realizing when he spoke on this topic, but he stopped just short. In fact, I truly do not believe that anyone has gone so far to reach the truth. None have gone as far as I have gone, come as close as I have come. What do you mean by that, Seven? I mean that I'm on the verge of something great, something that is beyond and above us all, much greater than we could ever comprehend or imagine. You're really spinning a yarn here. You're not answering a whole lot of questions. You obviously have a particular thing you're trying to achieve. What are you doing out here, Seven? If I may ask you, Ground Control, what do you think of the number 7? 7, not exactly where I thought this was going. Well, it's a lot of people's lucky number, so I guess that's something. You're right, and do you know why the number 7 is so prevalent in culture? I don't believe I do. 7 is a significant number, Ground Control. To the Jewish, there are 7 days of creation. To the Christians and Catholics, the 7 deadly sins. The Quran speaks of 7 heavens. And in Hinduism, there are 7 rishis. Rishis? That's a lot of 7s. 7 is also the number of years it took me to obtain everything I need to achieve my goal. You wanted to know my story for coming all the way up here? Well, it felt like eons. It's not exactly easy to manipulate a branch of federal government, but that never stopped anyone. A little bit of psychophancy? And suddenly the Aeronautics Agency would love to fund your independent research venture. No matter, I'm finally here. I will do what I came here to do in this vessel, this sacred machination. I shall be the first of God's apostles to return to him in full flesh. What are you implying? I'm going to go further than any of his children has ever been before. 7, I really think you should reconsider this. I apologize, but my mind has been made for a long, long time. Nothing is certain in life but sanctifications in God's promised land. Oh, how joyous it will be to return to him. Come, we have found him for whom we yearned. 7, please. I'm prepared for all outcomes. Alright. Trippy. What do they want? Scissors? Wait, what? Scissors? I cut the phone. Radar. The radar for nearby entry and alerts you do not need maintain it. I find a poetry in how the artistically impaired draw flying birds. What? 2 slope lines just trying to express one driving defining feature. Flight 314159? I guess I'll write that down. Or maybe I'll just leave it there. I don't know. Abstracted down to the mathematical, linear to the symbolic. What? I don't think you could draw in angels like this. A great many people, a great many talented people tried to write and paint and find a symbol for the creatures, but they resist, for they are already an abstraction, refraction of his light and truth. This scares me. I worry that when it comes down to it, the dumb or the dumber could capture me the same way the minimum amount of words for the maximum amount of information. He was an astronaut, intelligent, terse. Why do something associate birds with freedom when we tie them down with 2 simple lines? I must go somewhere where there is nothing to comprehend, surely then. Weird noises. I will be with the incomprehensible. There's no sense in following the logic while also following angels. The only value I find in weight and is in distance. No, who wants the distance? Distance. I've been hearing this call for so long, and now I may finally answer. To go further. I had to look at the video just for this, because I'm really confused, but the distance... We're gonna fuck with reality. Weird, man. Oh, trippy. Is it banging and wanting in now? Whoa. Oh god. Maybe I'll just show the screen, man. This is... Oh god. The game is actually warping on my screen. You guys just aren't seeing it.
Andreas VII, Galaxy Temporary and the words that we used to describe us, and every tombstone assignment ritual, every spreadsheet, infographic, haunted by God,